David Baye here for MuscularDevelopment.com. We are in Pittsburgh for the 2014 North Americans. I'm here with heavyweight competitor Matt Burzacott. Matt, you had a really good run at the national scene in 2013, placing second at the USAs, and you got third place at the Nationals. Came back to the USAs this year. You were a little bit off, still placed sixth, so you cracked the top 10. And at a national level show like that, to be off and still be able to crack the top 10, it speaks volumes about your physique as a whole. But obviously not where you want it to be. Now we all know that you can't go off pictures online because those don't tell the story. We've talked about that about 1,000 times. But in the pictures that we have seen leading up to this show, you are drastically leaner than you were at the USAs. We all know a month is a lot of time. Talk to us about what you've been up to since the end of July and the changes you've been able to make.
Yeah, well, basically, I booked my flight here right after prejudging from USAs, and that wasn't. It's frustrating when you don't show up. If you want to get beat, you always want to get beat when you're at your best, and I wasn't even close. So. Not even to go into what went wrong, just a lot of stuff went wrong for that show. It was just a bad prep. But came home, got home. I had about basically 4.5 weeks by the time I got home. And John Meadows and I worked with John, when working with him for a while, came up with a plan, and he just basically said, you're gonna suffer the next month. And I was totally fine with that. So something we did different that I've never done is we just completely pulled. I've always been like a moderate carb guy. We just pulled them out completely. And I had 3 beef meals, 3 chicken meals a day with lettuce, and did that 3 to 5 days at a time. And then we'd throw in 1 carb day with about 300 grams every 3 to 5 days. And I actually did my cardio this time. I actually did my cardio for the last 4.5 weeks. So. We did nothing fancy. It was just good old suffering, old school, hungry, and just actually working hard. So.
Now, even at your size, obviously coming in flat is going to be a concern. Were you a little bit worried when you pulled the carbs back as far as you did, or were those high carb days filling you back out to the point where were you confident that you weren't going to shrink up too much?
Well, yeah, I was worried about that because I'd never done that before, so I didn't really know what would happen. But surprisingly, I really didn't even get flat. I think I learned that I don't really get flat. I can take a pretty good beating without getting too flat, where I thought I was the opposite, which may be true maybe when I was younger, but maybe as you get older, you have to change things. So I wasn't afraid of change. John, he didn't have to really talk me into it. I just kind of went with it. But yeah, after that one high carb day, that does kind of fill you back out, or it filled me back out at least for a few days. So, and that's actually what we did this last week too. I carbed up on Monday and Tuesday, and we went back to 0 Wednesday today, just kind of let the water come off. So.
All right, man. Well, we certainly hope the Matt that we saw in pictures is what we see on stage tomorrow. Obviously, working with John is has got to bring some level of confidence that you're going to get things right. And I know everybody at MD has got nothing but respect for John. So hoping that you bring it tomorrow. So for you guys watching, make sure you go to the forums tomorrow. They switched up the format a little bit, so the guys bodybuilding and physique are going tomorrow. Prejudging starts bright and early at 8 a.m. So again, we'll have all the play-by-plays, pictures, videos, everything like that. So, but for now, we're going to let Matt get back to doing what he's doing. Got to get some tan on, I'm assuming.
Yeah, can't forget that.
Yeah, you don't want to show up too white. So, all right, guys. Once again, this is David Baye with heavyweight competitor Matt Burzacott from the 2014 North Americans for MuscularDevelopment.com and Iron Mag Labs.